What we set out to do was to find a way of educating families and the children and the adults of the family about how yummy healthy food could be, how inexpensive it could be, how easy it was to prepare, and how some things that are sold in the healthy food aisle are actually not really that healthy at all. We aimed to point out some of the sneaky sugars that exist in some of our most popular lunchbox items that we think might be healthy, or certain beverages as well. So we've had some awesome responses to some of those things. We've had parents who have given up long-term Coca-Cola addictions. The cafe experience is where the children get to taste a whole range of healthy options. They agree that they'll taste everything. So often kids are just saying, yeah, I really like that. And then we send home the recipes with the children, and their parents can see that, oh, they tasted that and they liked it. I can put that in their lunchbox. 24 of our parents out of 74 families in the school came in to learn how to prepare healthy options for lunchboxes. And the children actually were part of that process this year as well.
It was the first thing I've ever volunteered at the school, and since then I've helped run a hot lunch program for my son's class, and now I'm actually the manager of our school canteen, and we went from no accreditation to gold.
Our parents plan Love in a Lunchbox every year. They are an integral part of the planning, and in that sense I think that ownership of it is really, really important if you're wanting to make a difference.
So, healthy spaghetti bolognese.
Our kitchen is relatively new. Great space to work with small children because we have the lower benches that they can work from. Some of our grade 3s, 4s and 5s come to me and say having time in the kitchen, that they want to work in a commercial kitchen or they want to go on to be a chef. But they all are so enthusiastic about being in the kitchen and not only cooking the food, sharing it with everybody else. So each week we take photos, we record things that the children have said. So we'll put the recipe on one page and then we'll have some photos with some comments from the children.
Learning about our environment and the garden to plate idea is really important, and we foster that right from early years right through. So children in kinder are beginning to plant in the garden right through in prep and 1 and 2, and then we try and connect with what they're growing in the kitchen as well. So we try and utilise as many of the ingredients that are in the garden so that children can see that connection between what's growing in the soil and healthy food on a plate.
I just love it. I just love seeing children excited about cooking and excited about healthy food.
We saw a need in our school for healthy diets. There was a lot of packaged food in lunch boxes. We had a canteen that was selling fizzy drinks and lollies, and we needed to make a shift, so we thought we'd embed healthy eating into our school, and we've done that through our cafe. So we started with a garden, and in the last couple of years we've moved to incorporating a kitchen into that, because now we've got a fully functioning garden that doesn't produce all the food for our menu, but it produces a majority of it, which is fantastic. And the kitchen and the garden talk to each other about what's currently available seasonally, and they'll incorporate that into the weekly menu. The students are integral to the project, so they're the ones who help prepare the menu, they prepare the food, they do the service, they do the cleanup, they do the collection of the money, the spoons and knives and forks. They research online where's the best deal, where do we get our aprons, who's going to do our trolleys and our big tables. Hearing things from students like, I've never tried that before. Parents telling me that the students will eat things in the cafe that they won't at home. And having parents come and tell me that they've tried a different meal at home that they would not normally try because of our cafe is fantastic, along with seeing students be productive who otherwise often aren't, down there with a sense of pride and a beaming smile on their face. Personally, that's why you do teaching, that's why I'm in the business. Everything to do with that space down there is thanks to the health department and that health initiative grant. So that money is ensuring that this program happens into perpetuity and isn't a flash in the pan.
One of the reasons we wanted the funding to build this kitchen was to create a space for the whole school community to use. So we've got the kitchen garden program, we've got the canteen use it as well. We have the Smith family, they run an after school program, and also our early years use it. They run a cooking group with some of the families. And as a school nurse, I've also run workshops with parents.
Do what you need to do to wash it. Jordan, do you want to do some grating?
We have students alternate between the kitchen and the garden. So one week they'll spend in the garden and the next week they'll come into the kitchen and cook whatever they've been growing in the garden. And then we sit down at the end and eat it all together as well. I've seen students at the start be really nervous about trying new things and unsure about vegetables and things like that, but we've been able to show them different ways of cooking it, and then they've been able to, after a while, taste it and try it and sometimes like it, and also share that excitement with their friends and also their families. Some children have never tried food with flavour as such, so they're nervous about trying those sort of things and haven't understood the process of how to make food that's healthy to be tasty. I would say that it's a benefit to the school, not just in the sense of getting kids to eat healthy foods, but in other areas of bringing it into the curriculum. So you can do science in the kitchen, you can do maths. Literacy is a massive one of the children reading the recipes. One of the grade 3s has just come into the program and she was so excited to be here. I was a bit nervous about trying new food, but when we sat around the table at the end, she kept saying to me, "Nurse Pia, this is better than a restaurant. This is so much better than a restaurant."
Anyone remember what it was? Vegetable intake is quite low over our 3 schools, so we have a real strong area of making sure that the kitchen's always cooking with the vegetables that we have in the garden, and we're just finding that children at the beginning of the year aren't really trying the foods as much, but we find at the end of the year they're trying lots of the foods, they're eating lots of things with vegetables in it. We also found a great part about the program here at St Leonard's is that we're getting a lot of parents involved, so a lot of the parents are coming in and working with the children, so we're not only educating the students, we're actually helping the parents also to know how to cook and prepare. I come with sort of a mental health background. I find that the gardens are really great for mental health and well-being of children as well. The money has definitely helped to start the project, but we'd like to take it even further in getting the vegetables that we grow, the seedlings, to get them out into the community, so selling them so we've got a little bit of money back, but then also knowing that those families are going to go home and grow those vegetables as well. So having the community involved is a large part of what I'm also passionate about, yeah.